my understanding of how life works is that people are created by God, though born on earth through the womb of a woman. So, but your existence did not literally start here. Hello there. Welcome to Jemi Baby Care. Hello, welcome to another episode of Jemi Baby Care. Now, on this episode, I'll be sharing with you some things I titled The Unspoken Rules of Mommy Care. Yes, mommies need to take care of themselves too in the whole experience of having a baby. And I believe strongly that doing any of this well comes with having the right information and having the right mindset. Now, if you observe as a woman, just to be frank, the experience of childbirth can be stressful. It comes with a lot on the part of the woman, right? And so you want to know, is it really worth it? I think that's the first thing I would love every woman to settle in their minds. If you're going to do this, why would you do it? Why? Why? Are you just going to have a baby because it's the normal sequence of life now? When you get to a certain point, you get married. When you get married, you should have a baby. And so you should carry one in your womb for 9 months. And then at least people will say you are fruitful. Nobody will pick on you for being barren and all of that. So you can actually do this whole experience with just a shadowy perspective of what it really entails, right? But I believe it's something I too had to search answers for myself in the course of this experience. Like, what's the whole point of all of this, right? I had to search and get answers, and I'll be sharing with you, beginning with your why. You want to do this, beginning with your why you are going to give it all it takes, including taking care of yourself by having the right mindset around it. And so, to begin this conversation, I'd love to read a chapter of the Bible just to provide a framework, a background on what I'll be sharing with you. And so the chapter I'll be reading is Isaiah 49 from verse 1, just the first few verses. From verse 1, it says, "Listen, O house, unto me, and hearken, ye people from far. The Lord hath called me from the womb, from the bowels of my mother had he made mention of my name. And he had made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hand had he hid me, and made me a polished shaft. In his quiver had he hid me, and said unto me, Thou art my servant, O Israel, in whom I will be glorified. Then I said, I have labored in vain. I have spent my strength for naught, and in vain, yet surely my judgment is with the Lord, and my work with my God. And now said the Lord that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. Though Israel be not gathered, yet I shall be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my God shall be my strength. And he said, It is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob, to restore the preserved of Israel. I will give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the ends of the earth. Thus said the Redeemer of Israel, and his Holy One, to whom man despiseth, to whom the nations abhorred, to a servant of rulers. Kings shall see and arise, princes shall also worship, because the Lord is faithful, and the Holy One of Israel, and he shall choose thee. Thus saith the Lord, in an acceptable time have I heard thee, and in a day of salvation have I helped thee. And I'll preserve thee and give thee for a covenant of the people, to establish the earth, to cause to inherit the desolate heritages, that thou mayest say to the prisoners, Go forth. To them that are in darkness, show yourselves. They shall feed in the ways, and their pasture shall be in all the high places. Now I'll stop for a while, because I think we already have a context to this whole conversation within the first few verses. Now, when you read the scripture, when you read this chapter of the Bible, what do you see? For me, when I read it, I saw the big reveal of what childbirth is really about. There are things on the earth that needs to be done, right? And so my understanding of how life works is that people are created by God, though born on earth through the womb of a woman. So, but your existence did not literally start here. Your existence started with God having something in mind to do on this earth. And so he decides that, okay, I'm sending you to go and do this. It's like the story of Jesus. This literally shows the purpose of a person that was born on the earth and the things he's meant to do on the earth. If you go to about the last verse we read, it said, I will preserve thee and give thee for a covenant to the people to establish the earth, to cause to inherit the desolate heritages, that thou mayest say to the prisoners, go forth, and to them that are in darkness, show yourself, and they shall feed in the ways, their pastors shall be in all the high places. So if you look at it, even from, let's use the example of Jesus, right? He came to earth for a specific purpose, but for him to come to earth, he had to be born through the womb of a woman. So if you are a woman and you are considering having children, this is literally what you are doing. You are lending your womb to birth God's purposes on the earth. And you see those children in your womb plus the one you have in your house, they are assignments from God. Like, it is the understanding I have. There is nobody on this earth that is just here to exist and occupy space. No, you are actually meant to add something. Like, take a look at all the people that have made mark on this earth, right? If you look at it, now think back at the person that gave birth to them. Like, was it worth it? Yes. For me, I believe it was worth it because at least with the contributions they made, I can imagine if they were not here. Well, maybe some other persons will have done it. I don't know, but I believe no other person will have done it the way they did it, right? So they came, they brought their uniqueness. And this is because, well, somebody decided to lend her womb to birth this assignment from God to earth. So, yes, it is what all the stress, it is whatever you are given for the experience. And so, what should you know then as a woman going through this experience? For me, I'd say you want to manage the experience. It is actually a lot for a woman. So, you want to be able to manage all of the experiences you are having. So, in the whole experience of managing the experience, though, you are literally focused on managing what you can control, which is yourself most times, because you really cannot control all the circumstances around having your child and raising the child. But to a great deal, you can control some things about your own self, like managing your physical body, managing your spirit, managing your mind and your emotions. And so that is what I'm going to be delving into in the course of this conversation. Now, the first thing you want to know as a woman that is going to have a child, or you are having one already, or you have had one, the very first thing I recommend is you want to curb unrealistic expectations, right? Having a child comes with changes. It will affect your body in one way or the other. Now, for persons who, for the purpose of your career, you might want to do some body restructuring after you are past this phase. It's fine. It's fine. But just know that the experience itself would affect your body in some way, right? For some persons, you put on weight more than before. For other persons, for most persons, like your tummy will become a bit more loose than it was before, like all the flat tummy gang. I know that something had to go. So it will actually affect you in some ways, right? So you want to come on realistic expectations so that you're at peace. You don't want to be fighting the experience of, oh, why is my tummy like this? Why is this happening to me? And all of that. You actually just can. You should know that it will come with some changes, right? Now, I'm not saying you should go full length to accepting all the negative changes that is said to come with pregnancy. At least speaking for myself, I would say that I didn't have most of those experiences that you normally hear a pregnant woman has. I had my own share of experiences, right? But when it comes to negative experience, I didn't have most. I'll say I was okay till the very last day. Like, so many persons even believe that I was that gone when I gave birth, because all the things I hear, your body will be so swollen, your legs will be swollen, you'll be so dark. I didn't have any of that. And well, mentally, I refused certain things because I knew that it did not have to be. That's on one hand. But I also see that perhaps gene played a role too. So, and maybe environment, I don't know. So, but I didn't have many of that. And so I'm not telling you this so that you go and look for every negative thing and say, okay, I should expect it. No, just expect the best, prepare for it properly mentally, but don't try to fight reality when it is playing out in terms of some changes your body will be going through, just so you can have less stress on your mind and more peace to yourself. Right.